Peace and blessings, family. I just wanted to come in and show you real quick some things that we're working on. This theme in the springtime, we're focusing on, plants and what do plants need to grow, different types of seeds, measurement, the life cycle of a plant. We're going to get into the life cycle of a butterfly, talk about bees. So I just wanted to show real quick some of the stuff that we're focusing on, and then also how I support my son, who is 3 years old and who is in the beginning stages of reading independently, slowly but surely. Just want to show how parents can support their child with their practice work or their homework, their independent work. Because I find oftentimes parents, whether you're homeschool, unschooling, or have your children in regular public or private school, sometimes the parents can be a little overbearing and do the work for the child. And child can't learn like that. We need to give the child an opportunity to answer questions, to make mistakes, to get things wrong, to find the answer and figure it out. And so I'm gonna show you a quick clip of we going over some practice work or independent work with Jabari. I'm just kind of there asking questions to help him find the answers himself. But ultimately, it's just, a few tips that hopefully serve you and help you and, just encourage your child to dig in and find the answers within and give them an opportunity to speak. That's a key. Absolutely a key when our children are developing linguistic and literary skills. So just want to show right quick this, let's get a little closer and hopefully you can see this. But this is one of the charts. We tend to do a chart like this. Can I make sure you can see? Here we go. We would tend to do it something like so that we can kind of highlight the theme. So we're talking about what plants need. Got some real pictures of the sun, rain, soil, life cycle of a plant. And then there are activities that we did around the life cycle. They saw this so they can also reproduce this on a worksheet where they cut and they glue and they color. One activity that we did together as a group, because we work with a small group of children, we basically, again, repeated what do plants need, and they each were able to pick a word and put it where it belongs. And we're going to do the same thing with the parts of a plant. And it's not the first time that they see this. They definitely been around this idea. We've been talking about the ideas. And I'll show around the room some of the other things that we have been doing and what we will be doing, right? Because we set up the space to support the learning and to surround them with your print-rich environment. So we'll do that, show you some books at the end, some of the books that we borrowed from the library. I bought one book on Amazon. Okay, so I bought this book on Amazon. They didn't have it at the library, so I figured let me just buy the book. I read some great reviews on it. 5 Busy Honeybees when we talk about the bees. All right, so otherwise I'll show some pictures of some books that we borrowed from the library, some books that we're working with. One that we recently read is called A Tree is a Plant. And we really posed the question, how does a tree grow? Does it come from a seed? Is a tree a plant? And we read the book. So let me show you around and then add in a clip of Jabari doing his work and show you some pictures of some books that we're working through, reading through. We focus on the theme for about, I'll say, usually like 4 weeks, a month. But for the spring, we're decided to go for 2 months just to really see the changes and look at our environment, explore seeds and sprout some seeds, transplant some starter plants, take care of some plants. So really the idea is going to go beyond 2 months, honestly, as we then go into the summer session. We'll go more on trips and we'll go to farms. We'll go pick some strawberries, whatever we're going to do. We're just going to be out there enjoying the changes in the weather. We're in the Northeast in the United States, so you already know we have 4 seasons that we work through, and we want to give the children an opportunity to develop the language to associate with what they see in their environment. And it also helps them become aware of what is going on in the environment. Pay attention, observe, become little scientists. All right, so let me really stay focused and show you what we got going on. Okay, so here's a picture. We talk about the parts of a flower is repetition. So we talked about the petals, the seeds, the leaf, the stem, the roots. Un momento. And we did this art activity with a coffee filter, and they had all the different parts to put together. So we did a little painting with some markers and spray bottle. And over here again, we have the parts of a plant. We talked about how some plants have fruits and some don't. Here we have a little counting activity that we put together. Basically, they have to identify the number and then put that many flowers in the flower pot. And you know, you definitely could have printed something in color, but just decided to make my job harder. We haven't gotten to this parts over here, but this is the parts of the plants that we eat. So we talk about the flower, the fruit, the seeds, the root, the stem, and the leaf. And I'm really debating maybe bringing in some groceries so that the children can maybe sort the parts that we eat. So we're talking about what plants need to grow. What is this?
Rain.
Rain. Okay. So which word here talks about the rain? There's water and there's soil. Where's the word that represents the rain? What word is that?
Water.
Huh?
Water.
Water. Okay.
I act like a robot.
Oh yeah. Where do you put your glue? There's your glue stick. Where do you put your glue? Press it down. Good. Now, there's one more thing we need for plants to grow. We have sunlight, we have water. What else do we need?
Soil.
Where is the soil in your picture? Where's your soil? Can you point to your soil? Well, that's a rectangle. Where's the soil? That's where the word soil goes. Can you show me in your picture where the soil is? Where's the soil? Good. Go ahead and glue your word soil and tell us, what are the 3 things that plants need to grow?
Plants also need soil.
Plants need soil. What else do they need to grow? Sun. And what else?
Rain.
Rain. Great job. Great job, Jabari. In the beginning of our theme for the spring, we were talking about the calendar. We talked about coming into the new season. And we shared, April showers bring me flowers. So we talked about what we see in the picture and things like that. And also, this is one of the songs that we sing. And all this stuff we found online, honestly. Like, we could just utilize a lot of resources that are online. Here's another activity I got from Teachers Pay Teachers. I like to support other parents and other teachers that share resources. It makes my job a little bit easier sometimes. So basically this is just a counting activity. And it's a worksheet, but we do it as a whole group. We take turns to count, make sure that the children are able to identify one-to-one correspondence and, identify numbers. Okay. And it also introduces them to the 10 frame. And we work with like 5 children at a time. It's a small homeschool group. And then what we will be doing is the more or less. And this is something that we too will be working with the Unifix cubes. Here are the Unifix cubes. Basically, they're 2 rods, so they have 20 cubes, right? And we are going to separate this. I'm going to actually cut this in half and have them measure one item at a time so they can say, how many cubes is the tree, for example. How many cubes is the rake. Once they have that idea identified and down, and they really know how to do the one-to-one correspondence and measure with the cubes being the unit of measurement, we then will compare the measurements of the 2 items. So this is another activity that we do, and this came out of Teachers Pay Teachers. So when we started the activity, the container had their Unifix cubes as 2 rods, and the first part they had to do just for the fine motor skill is to separate them, make them into single cubes like you see here. There really are so many books you can choose from. You can explore what is in your local library, so it doesn't have to be an expensive process. We focused on books that are about spring, and also a lot of books that are focused on seeds and plants and, you know, animals in the spring. This one is a little advanced for our 3-year-olds, but you know, you have different learning abilities, so you want to allow the children to have an experience, you know. They may be ready for some things, or you might not read a complete book sometimes if it's too complex. Yeah, but there are just so many books you can choose from. I really only bought one on Amazon, as I mentioned, The 5 Busy Honeybees. So you can really tap in to your community resources. Here are some vocabulary words, and obviously these will be so much better in color, but I ran out of color ink, and you know, this is what it is. So they have different words that can again expand the vocabulary, and I'm using every bit of this room. It's my loft space, so I did put the vocabulary words on the door. Okay, and then I'm gonna just back up so that you can see yeah, but that's our learning space. All right, here are the beginnings of our seeds that we sprouted in baggies, and now then we put them in cups. So we talked about again what a plant needs: the soil, the water, and we have the plants by the door, or rather window, so they can get some sunlight.
Wow, yogurt.
Be careful with it. It has grown a lot. Yes.
And the other ones are not.
Yeah, they're taking their time. Remember, seeds have they grow at different speeds. Some grow slow, some grow fast. Here we have containers. These are reused strawberry containers. I put kidney beans over here and mung beans on this side. They were sprouted first, then they didn't fit in the cups because then we'd have cups all over the place, so we decided to use our strawberry containers to see the plants grow. So that wraps up what we have for you today regarding our spring theme, homeschooling, teaching youngsters. This is a great project or unit for 3 to 5, even 6 and 7-year-olds, and you can always up the level of comprehension and activities and writing and things like that. So if you liked what you saw, if you gained any insights, some great ideas, make sure that you drop a comment down below and let me know that you'd like to see more stuff like this, because we got a whole lot to share with you, okay? I have 3 children. That's one. He's 3 now. You saw him in the video. I have a 14-year-old and an 18-year-old. I definitely have a whole lot to share, so let me know if you'd like to find some more, learn some more, hear some more, see some more.
So, my dinosaur back. Hi.
All right, peace out.